Good morning, YouTube family. This is Katrina, aka the Cat in the Hat Gardener / farmer, coming to you from Two Egg Farms in Two Egg, Florida. And yes, I have a confession to make. I hate the winter months. I hate December, I hate January, and I hate February. Mainly because it's so gloomy outside. It's just hard to get anything done. Nothing's pretty, nothing's really green, besides maybe greens and turnips and things like that. But your grass is, in a dormant stage. All your trees are in a dormant stage, pretty much. So it kind of puts a damper on me. However, with that being said, you still have to push through. Even though I've fallen behind on my gardening, I've neglected some things. Today is Saturday, so I woke up with a new attitude. I'm going to get some things done this morning. We're going to tackle some things on the farm, and I just want to take you guys along with me. So come with me on this journey as I check on my garden this morning. I check on my animals. We're going to go to a feed store, so I want to take you guys on this journey with me. I actually have to be truthful with you guys. I have not been out here in quite some time to check on them. And, it looks like some are ready. I've had some people to ask me for some. So I am going to probably today harvest some and then take it to a few ladies at church that I know that have asked for some. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. Now I planted some. Now these are the pretty ones. And when I said earlier that I've neglected my garden and some of my farming, this next when I pan over, you'll see what I'm talking about. So these are some of the later greens that I planted, and they're right beside each other, and they're not doing too well. So my cabbage, it started off really pretty. My cabbage is not looking so great anymore. I think it's because of the pest. But I am going to get some diatomaceous earth today and see if I can sprinkle that on. It's just been so rainy. It rained so much. So it's kind of hard to apply things and have it stick. But I'm going to get some diatomaceous earth today and see if that will help deter some of the pests. This was broccoli, so I've already harvested the broccoli on this one. I have a couple growing in there, so I'm just going to let it be, and I'm going to take off all these old limbs, not limbs, but little stalks here, and then I'm going to put them in my compost pile. So take these over there, and then that'll clean that up a little bit. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, just cleaning up my garden, harvesting some things, and just getting some things back on track. Okay, so now we're over at my compost pile that I just spoke of. So I'm just going to throw those broccoli leaves right in my compost pile. I'm going to give it a stir here in just a second because I haven't turned it. So I'm going to take my pitchfork there, and I'm just going to turn it in just a little bit. And that just, it should be fairly warm under there. I keep it covered with the tarp. And then what it's in is in an old watering trough for cattle. So that's what I've been composting in. I just started maybe a month ago. So we've just got debris from the yard. We've got some grass cuttings. We got some leaves from like plant matter. We have some goat manure in here as well that we've been composting. Here's some more goat manure that we're going to use in the springtime to help fertilize our garden. So we got a lot of things going, a lot of projects we're working on. It's just a matter of just kind of, managing your time. Okay, now guys, we're looking at my romaine lettuce and another area where I've been growing some broccoli. So that's my romaine lettuce. It's probably time to harvest that too. Like I said, I've neglected some things. There is some broccoli there that I can probably harvest. These have actually started to flower, so I'm a little late on those. But we have some more broccoli growing here. I've already cut broccoli off of these one time, but some more broccoli is starting to grow back. But definitely gonna go in there and get that romaine lettuce and some greens, and then probably this broccoli today. And then here, there's nothing in here. So this will be a bed that I prepare for the spring. Look at all my gardening stuff. It's just, we have a couple, like I said, we have a couple different projects going. You can see my tomato cages that I've taken off, and just some of the things that I pulled from the yard and tried to put it in one spot behind my fence. But I'll get all this stuff sorted out before the spring, and the yard and the garden and the farm, it won't even look the same. So I told you we had many projects going on, and this is one of them. We are doing an extension to our barn because we just need more space. We need more storage. So we're going to do an extension to our barn, and the gentleman delivered these trusses yesterday. You hear my dogs, they saw me, and my horse, so they're all wanting food. So that's on the list today too. We're going to feed them. But I wanted to show you a little snippet of this project we have going on. So this is what I keep my dog food in to keep the bugs and critters out in our barn, and it's empty. So today I'm going to get some more dog food. Looks like we have enough food for my horses, and then I probably need to grab something for my goats. Okay, so I've made it to our local kind of farm supply store, Tractor Supply, and what I need is another dog feeder, automated dog feeder, and I was looking for something that would feed my hogs too. I haven't gone in the store yet. I'm just trying to see what they have out here. But all this looks like fence posts and things of that nature. So, okay. Yeah, I'm going to go inside and grab the feed that I need. And then ask about the feeders. They have plenty of mulch stocked up. We'll be needing that pretty soon. Hopefully spring will hurry up and get here. Okay, so I am inside of Tractor Supply, and I found exactly what I was looking for. This diatomaceous earth kills listed insects by contact, ants, silverfish, beetles, called insects. So this should work. It's a bigger bag than what I wanted, but we'll go ahead and use that. And it says it's garden safe, so it's $10.99. You see that? Okay, we are inside Tractor Supply, and I am going to grab the dog food. I usually get pedigree, and it's for adult dogs complete. We have 2 German Shepherds, so I usually get that. And it's 50 pounds, and it says 3 more pounds, so I guess it's versus 46.8. Okay, so I'm gonna grab 2 bags of that, and I'll be back. Okay, YouTube family, I am leaving Tractor Supply. I went in for mainly to see if they had what I needed, but they did have the diatomaceous earth that you saw before, which is like $11 for a pretty large bag, so I picked that up. They had a hog feeder, so I was able to grab a hog feeder that will save me on having to, go out there every day or every other day, just depending on what they're consuming. So that's a big plus. I got the dog food, got some cracked corn for my goats, for them in the wintertime. I actually needed to run by the bank, but I forgot my deposit. So I'm going to go home and then head back to town to make my deposit. Okay, so I'm back at the house, back on the farm. So this is all the stuff that I got at Tractor Supply. I told you I went for my diatomaceous earth. I got that. I got dog food. I got some cracked corn. I got a mineral block for the horse, and I got a pig feeder. Now it's time to go ahead and start feeding everything. I've changed boots because I'm going to be in a hog pen. So check out my red rubber boots. Okay, so we got all the animals fed. You hear that? That's peace and quiet. That means they are fed. They're good with what they're eating. They're not bothering me. So now I'm back at my greens, and I got some stuff that's wilted. See me break that down. Again, this is going directly into, excuse me, it's a little chilly out here, so I got the sniffles. But this is going directly, the ones I break off, into my spoke too soon, Sasha's barking, compost pile. This is going into my compost pile. So I'm going to break off all these ones that are a little wilty looking. You see that going on. For the most part, these look okay. taking those off. Once it like touch the ground. Excuse me, y'all. So take those all off. Like I said, I'm gonna put that in my compost pile. But I put my diatomaceous earth in this little sprinkler so it's easier to apply. So I'm just gonna take it and shake it over my plants. You see it falling just like snow, just like dust. Just dusting it off. If you hear someone say some plant dust, this is one of the options. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same for my broccoli, and this is the combat pest. So like I said, it's been a little rainy, so hopefully the application will stick. I didn't look at the forecast for this upcoming week, but you know, a little help is better than nothing. So hopefully it's not too late for everything. So everything is well sprinkled. So I'm gonna take all this that I've taken off. I'm gonna take this. It's kind of hard to do stuff with both hands. Pull out some more. Okay, take that, and then I'm gonna take it, walk with me over to my compost bins in the backyard. So I'm gonna take that, and then we're going to put it in my compost pile. So there that goes. And then I'm gonna come back after I finish sprinkling my collard greens, and then I'm gonna turn this. So we're gonna walk a little bit more till we reach those collards. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle these a little bit, just like we did before. Hopefully it's enough in here. Sprinkle my cabbage. I think my cabbage might be a little too late for those. So sprinkle my cabbage. Sprinkle my cabbage. Smaller cabbage there. Sprinkle those greens. See what they do. And I'm actually gonna weed this a little bit too. I'm gonna weed all this up. Put some more in there. So that's about it. That's all I have in there now. It's my neighbor's puppies there. So I'm not gonna mess with the ones that look good. They're fine. I'm not gonna mess with those. So put all that I have left on the ones that really seem to be affected by the bugs and stuff. Okay, so all that sprinkled, we got that going. And so what I'm just gonna do, and I'll come back after I do this, I'm gonna take this little tool and I'm gonna go through each row. I'm gonna clean out. I need to get some gloves, because you see this little stuff right here? That stuff is, I don't know, it gives you a sting and it lasts a long time, so I don't want that to touch my skin. But gonna go ahead and clean out like the rows like I'm doing right here, just to weed a little bit. Weed this stuff out and just, you know, clean it up a little bit, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like cleaned out. Okay guys, coming back at you. We got the diatomaceous earth applied. I've gone in and I've kind of cleaned out in between each plant. Sorry, I got some soil on my cabbage, but I cleaned it out. I really didn't have much cleaning to do underneath the more mature greens. I guess they kind of shade out the bottom so you don't have as much underneath. This is where you had all the weeds and stuff growing. So I cleaned out as much as I could within the allotted time frame I have today. Kind of got this, you know, looking a little bit more presentable. Hopefully can keep a closer eye on these greens here to my left. and see if we can kind of get those going in the right direction. I'm going to walk back over here for just a minute and show you what the compost pile, I did go ahead and cover it back up, but I'll show you what it looks like once I turned it. So here we go. I said we got it covered with a tarp, but I've turned it, and like I said, it's just been raining, but you can see that it has been turned. And again, what's in this is just some plant matter, leaf matter, some straw, some goat manure, some soil. You see some sticks and some twigs, all that. So we'll get all this stuff broke down, and then this will be used to go back in the garden. Okay, next up, I'm going to finish my day off. Woo! Lord have mercy, look at that little puppy. Snuck up on me. That's the next door neighbor's puppy. He's a fat little rascal, but he scared the dickens out of me. He's cute. He's a little cute. He's a cutie pie. Okay, so what we're gonna do, somebody gave me a heart attack. So, okay, to finish up our day on the farm, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head to my goats. And now we've arrived to where all the goats are. I'm sure you've seen these little fellows before. They go Harry, our buck. We got a lot of does in here, a lot of little kids. So they know what time it is. That's why they're waiting for me at the fence. They heard the truck pull up. So I'm gonna see if we have any that look like they're gonna kid in the spring. Kind of hard to tell. Okay, so this is the procedure with them. So I will undo this fence, let it swing out, and then I have a bucket full of food for them. And they know it. So I may have to put the camera down because it's hard for me to carry the bucket and keep them out of it and film and pour the bucket. So, okay, so they're backing up. They know where to go. You see those little black dishes? That's what they know where to go to get. Go ahead. And I'm not scared of them. They don't eat meat. So some of them can be mean, but okay, so there's some water in this one, so I'm just gonna take it and flip it over, flip it back. Oh, see, they already trying to eat out the bucket. Look. Go! Stop! Okay, let me put this down so I can feed them. I'll be back. Okay, got everybody's food poured out. You got a few eating here. You got a few eating here. And then you have these eating here. And it's kind of hard to eat where Harry eats because, of course, he's the dominant goat out here. So he doesn't allow too many others to eat with him. So they should be good. They'll have this devoured in less than 30 minutes. So otherwise, they just graze out here in this field. And they eat, there's some hay for them. So when they get tired of hay, they can graze the weeds and stuff that's out here. And then we feed them as well. Feed them some grain, especially during the wintertime. All right, YouTubers, we made it to our final farm gardening activity of the day. These little 5 pigs, they will root up your look at that. So I have to find a place to put their feeder that I just bought so they can have corn all the time. So they rooted that up pretty good. There's some cows right there. So I am going to find a place to put that. That's gonna require me having to get over there in there with them. That's why I had these rubber boots on. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back and show you once I have the feeder put in and the corn inside the feeder. Stay tuned. Okay, so mission accomplished. So as you can see, the greedy little piglets, they are eating their corn. I got the corn feeder in there. It only has 2 sides, but I think they'll figure out how to make way. Only the strongest survive anyway. Okay, so they're getting their fill. I put two 50-pound bags in there, so that's 100 pounds. It looks like it'll probably take 4 bags, so I'll grab 2 more bags and do that off camera. But we'll get it filled up for them, and that should hold them for a little while. They're strong. I think they're gonna turn it over. Pretty strong. Okay, but that's a temporary fix for what I was trying to do. And they're nosy. They think somebody has some corn for them, but I don't have any feed. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to finalize the process is go ahead and turn down the latch, reach over here, and then there's a little hook. Move to keep them from, let's see, to keep them from opening the top, so I can get it to close down. I got it just a little while ago. Let me turn it around the other way. Get it to close. Let me put on my gloves. But there's an up close look at them, guys. They figured it out. It took them a while to figure out how to get in there. At least I can do it with my left hand. I can't get it now. I don't know. Okay, I got it. It took a little pressure from both hands. But as you can see, it's hooked. So they can't get in from the top. They can just eat through those little trough things. Okay. Alright, I got everything that I wanted to get accomplished today accomplished on the farm. There's always something to do, but until tomorrow, that's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and put on another hat and work on some other things that I've got on my to-do list. Thank you guys for joining me today as I worked on my garden, as I worked on some farm things, getting the animals fed, purchasing this hog feeder that I think is going to help us out tremendously. Yeah, so today was a good day. Until next time, guys, live the life you love. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit it down below. We'll greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much.